what is the biggest budget allocation of the department?
The department's
What is the
budget,
biggest program of the department right now?
the program, yes. Uh,
Wouldn't it be the cash per work?
It's the TUPAD program, Mr. President, the Emergency Employment Program, Mr. President. If you look at the GAA, it's for 2021, from the Office of the Secretary, it's 24 billion. For this year's NEP, it's 27. In the GAB, it's 39 billion, Mr. President. And our Senate version is now 41.7 billion pesos, Mr. President.
That is
In the
correct.
Office of the Secretary.
And in the scheme of things, how much is the budget of the department? Would it be roughly 60 billion?
What's the department? It's 59, yes, 59.2 billion, Mr. President. You are correct.
2/3 of the budget of DOLE is essentially a cash for work budget program. Is that correct?
Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. President, you're correct.
Yes. And considering that the budget in 2021 was more or less half that, could the department absorb? Does it have the absorptive capacity to implement the TUPAD if we double it?
According to the Secretary, they are capable, Mr. President.
Yes.
There is a mechanism in the program that they'll be able to hire a coordinator, Mr. President, to implement the program.
Yes. Thank you for that, because I may propose an amendment to the budget, no? And that's why I was just soliciting first these responses. I support the budget of DOLE. I support the TUPAD program among the many other programs of the department. But like I said, this seems to be the biggest program. And it is understandable because so many people have lost their jobs, no? Because of the pandemic. Okay? And that is why many legislators would want to increase the budget of DOLE, particularly the TUPAD program. No? Now, I understand that DOLE would have only about 6,000 employees. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, you are correct.
And to implement this program, how many additional employees would be necessary?
To implement.
Mag-hire ba sila ng mga contractual, job orders?
Yes, you are correct, Mr. President. Depending on the budget that the Congress will allocate, and as soon as we get the ballpark figure, Mr. President, they'll be able to compute it and submit to your office, Mr. President.
Okay. Now, meron bang administrative fee that the DOLE charges in the TUPAD?
Yes, Mr. President. There's a 5% administrative fee, Mr. President, that they're charging.
And just to put on record, this 5% administrative fee goes to pay for salaries of employees like contractuals and job orders.
Yes, and coordinators. You are correct, Mr. President.
And would that be under PS or MOOE?
It's part of the MOOE, Mr. President.
Okay. In addition to that, their expenses would also include what? Transportation allowances?
Yes, Mr. President. And including PPEs, Mr. President.
Okay. So in effect, yung i-hire din nila para cash for work din.
Yes, Mr. President, you're correct. Yes.
Okay. So would 5% be enough?
So far, Mr. President, it's been working. Right. In fact, Mr. President, the United Nations Food and Agri Program commended this particular emergency employment program of the Philippines, which is TUPAD, because it's now being promoted in other countries of the world as a model, Mr. President, distinguished colleague.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your response. I intend to work with the sponsor and and the Secretary in crafting the appropriate language for the special provisions to administer this program, no? Like we've done every year since the inception of TUPAD as well, no? To make it easier to utilize so that we can less red tape and that you can hire more people. So as I promised, I do not have any further questions. I know that the hour is late. I thank the sponsor, my good friend, my Brad, the best secretary of TESDA ever.
Please stop there, Your Honor.
Whose advocacy has always been not only for TESDA, but for labor in general. And to my good friend and Secretary Bello, thank you very much for your service at sa tulong mo rin sa ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat, Secretary.
Thank you, the President Pro Tem.
Thank you very much, Senator Brad, Senior Brad, Ralph Recto, for your inputs, and we appreciate your contribution in the deliberation and in ensuring that we'll be able to continue to implement this very noble intention of the Department for Emergency Employment Program. Again, thank you, and we appreciate it.